the ballots that have been printed and what is about to be printed. Some have posed the question to the Commission since this information broke out on Friday night, that why would you reprint all the ballots when it's only a single defaced, ballot paper that was taken out of the printing house? And the question that we have posed is, as a Commission, our avowed intention is to ensure and guarantee the integrity of the 2024 election. And therefore, although it was a single paper that was taken out of, a single ballot paper that was taken out of the printing house, it was important that we recall the ballots for the Eastern region, and we have agreed that we add on the Western region to ensure the integrity of the elections. And it is for that reason that we raised and escalated this matter and raised it above board, and have invited the political parties here this afternoon to discuss the issue and to inform them about the Commission's decisions. Thankfully, as we mentioned, there has been consensus around the issue of recall and reprint, and we have all agreed that ballots for the Eastern region and the Western region should be reprinted. We'd like to call on the citizens of Ghana to support the EC in its bid to guarantee the integrity of the elections, not just in the Eastern region, but in the Western region and the country as a whole. It has not been an easy decision to recall a ballot simply because a defaced ballot paper has been taken out of the printing press. It has not been an easy decision to arrive at. But as a Commission that is keen and committed to ensure the integrity of all our processes, from the registration all the way through to the election and the declaration, we are of the view that this is important, that in spite of the fact that it was one ballot paper taken out, it is important that we call for a reprint to guarantee and ensure the integrity of the elections. And we call on the citizens of Ghana to support us in our effort to guarantee the integrity of the election. The Commission will engage 3 media houses in the light of the limited time, 3 printing houses in the light of the limited time to print the ballots for the 2 regions. And they are the Arts, Commercials, Back Press, and InnoLink. We have information will be provided, of course, to the political parties, but I think the decision has been taken for Back Press to print ballots from the Western region, and Arts, Commercials, and InnoLink would print the ballots from the Eastern region. I think it will be divided based on presidential and parliamentary amongst the 2 printing houses. We have had informal discussions with the security agencies, and they have already pledged their commitment to protect and heighten the security around the reprinting of the ballots. Additionally, our parties have also informed us that they would also heighten security around the reprinting of the ballots. But we would like to ensure you that, as earlier stated, that to ensure the integrity of the ballots, there would be new features added onto the ballots, and the serial numbers would also be revised to ensure a marked difference between what has already been printed and what is about to be printed. In the light of the above, the special voting for the Eastern region and the Western regions would not take place tomorrow, Monday, the 2nd of December, as planned. The special voting for the 2 regions would now take place on Thursday, the 5th of December. As we all know, the special voting brings together persons and personnel who will be operating and undertaking duties on election day. And those agencies include the security agencies as well as media personnel and the Electoral Commission's own staff. And so right after this meeting, a formal notice would be put out to these constituencies to inform them that their special voting, especially those in the eastern, particularly those in the eastern region and in the western region, to inform them that their special voting will take place on Thursday, the 5th of December, 2024. We ask the special voters in these two regions to bear with us. Our sole objective as a commission is to ensure the integrity of the election in both regions. And one defaced ballot paper that has been taken out of, the printing house does not stop us from conducting and ensuring that our values and our principles of ensuring integrity in the elections stand. Once again, we call on the support of all the citizens, well-meaning citizens, to work with us to ensure the integrity of the 2024 election. We thank the political parties for the consensus, the political parties and the agents of the presidential candidates for the consensus arrived at. I think we've operated in a very open discussion. I think there's confidence around the table that this approach of recalling and reprinting will go a long way to ensure the integrity of the election. And so we would like to thank all the political parties and the agents of the presidential candidates of their support and their help in working with us to arrive at this decision. So I think that we'd like to thank all of you, our media partners, for being here at short notice. We have a short statement that will be sent out in due course, but this is what it is. We'll move on very quickly to, get the printing going, and we'll inform the parties in writing to enable them assemble their agents to supervise and observe the conduct of the printing. Thank you very much.
But let's try and get Dr. Omane Boama. He is the Director of Elections for the NDC. Doc, we've just heard the address from the Commissioner of the Electoral Commission. Says there's a buy-in from the political parties, but your reaction to what we've just been hearing this afternoon?
Yes, quite unfortunate that this would happen with 6 days and few hours to the elections. But prevention is better than cure. And so we've thoroughly discussed the matter, and it is very clear that the only way out is to condemn all the ballot papers that were printed by Checkpoint, burn them to give way for other print houses to reprint both the presidential and the parliamentary. Even though this aberration occurred in the eastern region, and we are being told is only one ballot paper, cancer cells can sometimes generate from just one cell. So this one ballot could be a symptom of an underlying festering ulcer. What was the intention? Was the culprit or the perpetrators intending to study the security features on the ballot so they could replicate? Because for us at our end, we are still tracking information about some 2.5 million ballot papers that are being printed clandestinely, not by the Electoral Commission, but by a particular political party. So, if a ballot had been found in this manner, could it be that people wanted it to study the features so they could replicate? This is why we wholeheartedly endorse the burning of the eastern and the western region ballot papers. One, reprinting by different printing houses, not the same printing house, Checkpoint. And in fact, as I said in the meeting, in 2008, I was supervising printing of ballot papers, and we had an issue with Checkpoint as a party. History is just repeating itself. What is sad is the fact that security personnel, media, EC permanent and temporary staff who have made arrangements to vote tomorrow would have to reconfigure their plans. This is because some of them may have to travel to far off places in order to vote. They would have to change their plans. And in this case, they are going to be voting on Thursday. That is for Eastern and for Western region. We hope and pray that the necessary support systems will be put in place for the security personnel, for the media, and for the EC permanent and temporary staff to be able to participate in this exercise. However, let me state here that it is sad that we cannot be told whether the corporates, either a corporate or corporates, have been arrested or not. And the national security, the Bureau of National Investigation, the CID, all the investigative bodies must step forward and let us know who are the perpetrators. The EC has done its job. The security apparatus must disclose. We demand full disclosure. We demand sunlight on this. We demand that the security apparatus pours chlorine on this so that we will know who the perpetrators are. To date, we have an unresolved issue of biometric voter registration devices that is unresolved. There are lessons to learn from it. We are few days into an election. The security apparatus must name if they have arrested any of the culprits. But like I said, we are still tracking an intel that we received that a particular political party is printing about 2.5 million ballot papers aimed at staffing.
Which political party is this? Where is the intel coming from?
I chose not to mention the name of the political party. We are not going to disclose the source of our intel. We've been keeping this for almost 7 months now. At a point, that party was torn between to do or not to do. Eventually, they decided to go ahead.
Have you reported to the police?
We are not going to. We are tracking it at the right time. When the necessary arrests are effected, we will hand over the culprits. We hope this serves a lesson that they will halt it. But we are tracking. We are tracking. We are tracking. Thank you.